I had to give a round of applause to myself. Niggas been saying, listen, as crazy as Jaguar Wright is, bro, like she been saying this for a minute that yo, Jay-Z's kind of involved in some of this shit. Why is no niggas talking about Jay-Z? Jay-Z involved in some of this shit, yada yada yada. Well, it looks like we got some more information. Now I reported on this and this story came out that Diddy was trying to like allegedly, S8 a girl, a 13-year-old at the VMAs or whatever have you, and they said it was Diddy and Celebrity A. We didn't know who Celebrity A was at the moment, but it turns out now that I guess they're working on the case and records are being cleared. This is one of like Tony Busby's like people. The nigga say he like 120 allegations against Puff or whatever, but now it's coming out that Jay-Z was in there as well, and he was, getting freaky deaky with a child, as they say. Now, Jay-Z has a colored past now. I think he was like late 20s, early 30s when he married Beyonce. Beyonce was like maybe early 20s, late teens. And the whole potential rumor that he dated Foxy when she was 15. And him and Aaliyah had a thing. We don't really know what age Aaliyah was. We know she wasn't of age because of the whole R. Kelly situation with Aaliyah. So we exactly don't know what is going on with that little situation. But Jay-Z, this ain't looking good for you. Niggas been saying this shit. What about Jay? Well, what about Jay? We gotta talk about Jay-Z. I think Traveler Ross did a video about like some girl that allegedly like Jay-Z was hooking up with or whatever have you. Potentially could have been Becky with the good hair or whatever, and like she disappeared. Jay-Z could have had her out. Like, that's a Trap Lord Ross video. You ain't hear that from Kof. You hear that from Trap Lord Ross, so don't get it misconstrued. But like, there has been hush tones, especially ever since this Diddy situation. And again, I feel like with the Diddy situation, I don't believe all these allegations. Let's keep it a buck. I do feel part of it is Diddy's fault because this nigga's just like kept partying. Like, we seen Jay-Z transition a bit and switch up. This nigga was still on his shit, which is perfectly fine. Every nigga has their vices. Maybe Diddy's vices partying and smashing women. Okay, but you can do it consensually. You don't gotta have orgies, or at least go to these clubs where it's like normalized at least. But yeah, he wasn't on there and he was on some bullshit. So with all these allegations coming against Diddy, and again, I don't believe all of them are 100% real at this point. But at some point, especially with the Cassie show, at this point, it's like, yeah, he was on some bullshit with Cassie. Yeah, some people smelled blood in the water. They wanted a cut, number one. And number two, some shit probably actually happened to some of these people filing these lawsuits, and they're trying to get money out of it because they thought this motherfucker would never pay up. And now that they seen Cassie kind of got a win, they're like, oh shit, I'm struggling. I need me some bread. Fuck it. I'm going to get some of this shit too. A lot of times, motherfuckers say money will not buy you happiness. It won't. And I do believe you have to be fulfilled in life to get true happiness. But shit, being monetarily stable, being able to pay your bills and shit, it kind of do make you happy at the end of the day. Now, enough of my pretenses. We talk about Jay-Z. If Jay-Z was the other celebrity in that room with Diddy, allegedly smashing that fucking 13-year-old, they said he finished. So you saying he, let out his mayonnaise and shorty? And it was just a crazy story. Also, it's like, somehow in the document, which I feel like is a lie. No disrespect to the girl. I don't know if this is like the strongest 13-year-old in the world. But for her to be like, she fought off both of them. Now, yes, if they're drunk, yes, you could. They're inebriated. They don't have their full wits with them. Yes, maybe you could do some shit. But you fought off two grown niggas and escaped, ran down the street, put on your clothes or whatever. Somehow, somebody gave you a phone or whatever. Called your father. Your father picked you up and listen, I don't know the ethnicity of this person, but I'm just saying if it was me, okay? But regardless if it's me, a dad in general, you ain't taking your daughter to the police after your daughter tells you, I'm hoping she told him the situation, that yes, Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly deflowered me, and she was probably a virgin. I'm not taking her to the hospital to do a rape kit, number one. I don't even know if they had rape kits at that time. But still, I'm not still taking her to the hospital, number one. It said a nigga finished, by the reports, a nigga finished in her. I'm assuming it's in her. I'm taking her to the hospital, that's number one. Because I'm pretty sure they could find out that there's some traces of semen inside the shorty. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, I ain't going over there to go see them niggas about it. Now, if I'm on my thug shit, I ain't going over there like, bro, I'm going there. Nah, y'all niggas gonna have to see me. You did what to who? My child? Oh, harumph. I'm going over there. I'm blowing the house down. Now, I know they got money and they could take my ass out just like that. But, bro, when you in that middle of rage, you gonna do it. Or number three, I'm not at least calling the police and reporting this. Like, come the fuck, like, what is we talking about? And see, this is my thing. Now, again, I don't know this nigga, Jay-Z. You know, black excellence, or yada, yada, yada. Like I always say about Diddy, even though if majority of this shit is not true, some of this shit is probably true, number one. Again, if we're just using some sense here, some of this shit is probably true. It's not proven to be true, but some of this shit, especially with the Cassie situation, is probably true. And yeah, we're not gonna tout this nigga as black excellence and holier than thou and all this other bullshit. No, that ship has sailed, and he's gonna have to do a lot of repairing if he does beat his case with the feds. That's number one for Diddy. So with Jay-Z, yes, he cheated. We all remember Lemonade, Becky with the good hair, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not saying this motherfucker wasn't out here smashing women at the time. You know what I'm saying? He lived this low party life. That's cool. But, and I will say but, has Jay-Z been around some questionable things that other celebrities were probably doing that he didn't agree with? Yes. And hey, that's crazy. Remember when they revealed like the Diddy list of people that was going over there? Hey, you and Beyonce was on there, so motherfuckers already looked at you like, And there's certain allegations going around about you. Niggas been like, You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, he might have been around certain things. Do I feel like he partaken in certain situations? No, I don't believe so. But again, I don't know the man. It could be true, number one. But also, I do feel like, yes, maybe he was around that at a time. Because again, shit, listen, as much as motherfuckers don't like to acknowledge, certain shit could fly back in the day that can't fly today. Yes, certain shit can go on back then in the early 2000s, late 90s that, you do that shit in 2024, motherfuckers will look at you like crazy. But back then, that shit was fly. Nigga, R. Kelly was waiting at McDonald's for high school students. McDonald's, niggas didn't really bat an eye. It took them to get to like 2020 to do that little documentary, be like, that was crazy, wasn't it? Huh? So again, with that being said, was he around some shit and privy to some shit that was going on? Yes, of course. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. Do I think he fucking indulged in some of that? Could be. He could have. I don't know. I wasn't there. I cannot 100% say. But do I also feel like at a point he kind of seen the transition and got away from some of that shit? Yes, clearly. Because that nigga was moving different compared to a lot of these other niggas. Let's keep it a buck. That nigga got married earlier compared to all these other niggas. And he was doing his thing. He was staying out of the way in a sense. He became Grandpa Uncle Jay. Like, you know what I'm saying? He a nigga, but you might not invite him to the party all the time because he moving a little bit lame. But that's still your mans. You just don't invite him to them type of parties. If y'all just kicking in, gonna go play ball or something, y'all just at the crib playing dominoes or something, y'all watching the Super Bowl game or whatever. Yeah, you gonna go out, Jay, because Jay a chill ass nigga. But you ain't always inviting him to the kickback because he ain't on that type of time. And that's what really we got going on. So Jay-Z did have a response, which I am going to read, that he had against Tony Busby or whatever have you. Honestly, this Diddy shit, I ain't gonna lie. Now, we'll see. Jay might take this shit to court and sue motherfucker for defamation of character. We'll see exactly what goes on with this shit. But yeah, the more crazy allegation. I wouldn't... This has Diddy in it, but if it gets to the point we hear more Jay-Z allegations, this might be a little crazy. Now, I pretty much said all I had to say. I didn't even really have to read it because I knew about the story regardless because I reported on it beforehand with Diddy. So I wasn't going to retell you the situation. I told you offhand. But yeah, we just going to read Jay-Z's response. And we're going to call it a day. But yeah, let's look for this shit. Yeah, NBC News broke this news on Sunday evening, December 8th. Yeah. The 2000 alleged incident at a house party following a 2000 MTV Video Music Awards where the anonymous, then a teenager, accuses both men of sexual assault. Jay-Z, Sean Connery responds to the allegations in a statement on Sunday. Strongly denying the claims and labeling them as blackmail, he challenged the plaintiff's legal team to pursue criminal charges if the accusations are genuine. These allegations are heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, he stated. I want to see exactly what my nigga said, you know what I'm saying? I want to get it from the horse's mouth in a sense. So, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby, What he calculated was the nature of these allegations, and a public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So now I will give you one red penny. These allegations are heinous in nature, and I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice in that if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I am more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims, and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart's support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability, by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have a very strict codes and honors. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me. That if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids would be laughable. Now, that's what Jay-Z released a statement through his lawyer about. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these niggas be doing these little silver shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, the plaintiff claims that she was invited, she felt woozy and lightheaded. Yeah, I read all of this before. I'm not trying to do it. They're talking about Diddy and Cassie, which, yeah. All right, man. Like, that's really it. What do y'all think about this again? Was he privy to some shit that was probably going on? Yeah. Did you participate? I don't know. But yeah, with this Diddy shit and like all certain motherfuckers, I'm not gonna say everybody asking, but what about Jay? What about Jay? Yeah, this ain't a surprise. Now, if more allegations come out, because it's kind of linked with Diddy in doing this, now, if his own allegations come out, yeah, then there might be some shit here. But anyways, what do y'all think? Comment down below, links in the description. This is a little bit too long, my bad for that. But hey, friendly neighborhood K.A. sign off for today. I'm gone. Shalom and peace, y'all. Aye.